My attack is lethal, right? I put a +1/+1 counter on creature. Take this one back. Okay. Whew. We got it. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel of Demigods. And today we're going to play another standard BO3 ranked this time with a deck that you probably heard about. Like this is the Esper Bounce, or commonly like the Esper Pixie. So probably you have seen it on the channel already. Like the Esper Pixie has been a very famous deck for quite a while. And then it kind of disappeared after the rotation, a little bit before the rotation, after the bans, especially after the bans because of the Hopeless Nightmare being banned in Standard. But now with the new sets, Age of Eternities, there are like a couple of versions that I could actually see on the ladder, and we wanted to give it a shot actually, and we kind of ranked up from gold to platinum. And what are the new cards actually from Edge of Eternities? So we have here the Lightspawn Inquisitor, has Vigilance 2/1 when this creature enters. Each opponent exiles a card from the hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. But each spell cast this way will cost 1 more to cast, and each land played this way has to enter tapped. So it's a very good card in terms of tempo. Plus, it puts a body, maybe not the best body, but a 2/1 vigilance is not something that you can actually totally ignore most of the time. Of course, you also have some removals like the tragic trajectory, like -2/-2. But if you have the void, then you can go up to -10/-10, which is pretty easy to get because of the bounce deck, because like you can bounce easily with Pixie. The down part of this card is definitely the sorcery speed instead of being an instant speed. But yeah, maybe it would have been too strong anyway. Along with that, we also have the Cryogen Relic, the Relic being really a good center, but a bit slow sometimes in this deck, because you can, when it enters, you can draw a card, and when it leaves the battlefield, you also draw a card. You can also like play a bit the tempo to put a stun counter on up to 1 target tapped creature. You have to remember that it needs to be tapped first, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, there could be some game with this card, especially against the mid-range control decks. Then you can get a lot of value out of this one actually. So it's in the main deck, but actually when the decks are too aggro, for example, then it's something that you should consider sideboarding. On top of that, we have an excellent card that is Cosmogrand Zenith from Edge of Eternities as well. So this card is like a bomb. When you put it down, it's a 3 mana, 2/4, but whenever you cast your second spell each turn, so this one counts as a spell, as a memory as well, then you can create 2/1/1 tokens, or you can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And this can be extremely fast when you look at it, because well, each time you're going to bounce something with Pixie, or you're going to bounce something with Kieran, taking back a Momentum Breaker, or Nowhere to Run, or even like the Storm Chaser's Talent, it's going to be pretty easy to actually trigger this ability almost each turn, especially if you're lucky enough to get the stock up. On the sideboard, it's kind of a normal one, let's say, but you have to play around like the best decks in Standard right now. Of course, like this deck is pretty good, but it's not the best deck, knowing that we are fighting against Vivi. So we have Annual to kind of counter these kind of strategies. We have Get Lost to be a little bit wider and to be able to target actually the creatures that you want, unlike Momentum Breaker, because Nowhere to Run is it's impossible to kind of target the small creatures with. We also have like the new card Simrip. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. So this one is a little bit awkward. Actually, it's a very good enchantment. It's a very good removal. The only thing is that unless you took a token beneath it or something that had a lot of +1/+1 counters, and then you can just actually 3D it again, well, no, most of the time you don't want to bounce it back in your hand, actually. But it's still there to have like an early answer to a lot of strategies, a lot of creature decks. For example, it can be Llanowar Elves, it can be like the Mako as well. It can also be like the Cauldron itself. It can take the Cauldron, So this answer is pretty good. And then we have the Ghost Vacuum again for the VV deck, normalized against control decks, and Kaito on the sideboard because Kaito is strong, but Kaito is not the Cosmogrand Zenith. And even though Kaito is extremely powerful, I still think that it's a very good card against the very late mid range or the control decks. Otherwise, like still on the sideboard because Cosmogrand Zenith is probably like stronger than this. So well, that's it for the deck. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you're going to like the games. Okay, so this is our first opponent. Let's see. So we on draw. We don't have anything to bounce, but we have a removal. We have Relic. Other than this and the Inquisitor. Not too bad. And now we got the Pixie, which is good. It looks like it's a VV deck. That might be a problem. Everybody plays VV, right? Well, yeah, the problem is the cauldron giving this ability to all the patrons. Now opponents decide to take out a scholar in here. Can have a fear. We even need to beat down. This isn't tapped. And actually we can do that. Try to reduce as much as we can the number of creatures. We have a Pixie next turn. We can take back Nowhere to Run. We can also play the Zenith. That would find this, to be honest. So opponent doesn't find the land. This is great for us. We're gonna pay 2 life. We're gonna hope that the Cosmos Grid is going to do something. Another tap land into stories. Okay. Yeah, next one is going to be a bit weird. Because now he doesn't play anything. And now the VV is in the graveyard. So what should we play? I guess we can double spell, take back Nowhere to Run. Yeah, because we have an untapped land anyway, so this is good. At least we can try to get more creatures on the battlefield. Yes. And then we pay 1 in here. We create 2 1/1 humans. Take back Nowhere to Run. And then we pay 2 in here. It's bad, but it's better than nothing. At least we can do something next turn as well. Don't have this, how it's called again? In no. Okay. Now we don't care too much about it. We have a Relic and a Trajectory. I'd rather keep the Nowhere to Run being another trajectory. Okay, not the best, not the worst. Being played by instant speed. And we go for the attack. Down to 3. And then we're going to be trying to be sure that we can disrupt any other kind of tricks. Okay. So we have a sign here. I guess I'm gonna need to disrupt it before it can actually put the counters. That's okay. So this is game, right? Okay. That's good, but it's gonna be complicated for sure because while vacuum is in, Anno is here as well. I assume Simrip can also disrupt a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not sure about Momentum Breaker. I think Relic might be a bit slow. Stock up as well. Karen is okay. Trajectory is okay. I mean, not that many Inquisitor. Fear of Isolation. I like this card, but don't think that playing two of them will be great. And maybe 4 talents is a lot. What else can we take? Get Lost? Maybe? One more Get Lost. One more Get Lost in here as well. Normalize can be good for the sweepers because they have one sweeper. Okay, let's try like this. Okay, so we go for another turn, another round. Let's see. Can disrupt a little bit. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Wish we didn't have two of these, but I think you do sometimes. My Inquisitor is not too bad to kind of disrupt a little bit the flow sometimes. Here directly. This is not good. This is not good at all. Or it should have been Mako. Mako would be a little bit easier to handle in here. Okay. What else do you have? Okay, memory without anything is good for us, actually. Got all the trajectory in the world. Okay, next turn we can double spell, or we can also like use a trajectory at some point. But we drew a little bit too many lands. And not enough stuff. We drew a little bit too many trajectory, to be honest. My taste. Braid. I didn't want to braid, and that's often I want to go for the attack. But no. Okay. What can do about it? Can I get a bounce spell or something? No. Another of these. And I have 2 tap mana actually. So let's go for this one. And let's try to find some more action. Some chest of talents. No. Well, it lets us double spell, but we can already double spell in here. No, it doesn't find the cauldron or the VV now, which is good for us. Well, we're gonna take a huge hit in here if we don't do something. Okay. Oh no, internet stories. This is bad for us. Why didn't you play it before combat? Interesting. I fear it's not gonna make it. No, certainly not with that. For sure. Well, we're going to create some blockers. Can we do that at least? And of course, like the shuffler kind of okay, so one's gonna have to put this one and on this one. Water tapper is bad because I can't get rid of the. That was a mistake. Damn. Should have played the land, so I can have two red for the two black for the trajectory. A lot of fear. Or if you can stop also like drawing land, that would be great, in my opinion. Okay. More cool. It looks like this side boarded out the. We're gonna need to stop something at some point, as we couldn't do it before. Okay, another flood now. I was expected. And the combat phase. I keep this one back. He had another flood now directly. Okay. Down to 3. Pixie is good. Let's be careful about the. So we're going to put some +1/+1 counters, and we're gonna put some as well in here. And then we're gonna kill this one in here. We'll go for the attack. I think we can, right? Okay, well, I could win tonight's stories for 5 in here. The Mako is too small for now. So it's good to triple block previous turn. That's. Yeah, they need to also, like, they're at 7 while we're at 3. It's not as. Okay, one with tonight's story is fine for now. It's 3. It's going to put 3 counters in here. It's going to be 6/7. Mako as well is going to grow. There's a land. Another one, 2 stories. Yeah. Everything is going to be out of range, probably. But what is good is that I can jump back and then they play the land. So it means they cannot. So it means that they cannot use the cauldron for VV. VV is in the graveyard now. If they bounce something, oof, that is very dangerous. Because the I'm gonna jump rock like here, and if you go again for the attack, I'm gonna jump block again. But whatever happens, it's lethal, right? Yeah, of course we would draw land. He blocks the 4/6. It's 3/5/7. 6x lethal. And we beat VV. Okay. I fear it's a terrible hand. We don't have the colors because these are two different ones. So the white one doesn't work. I think it's the one here. I think it's a Mulligan. It's crazy. And the birch can keep. Yeah. Two Mulligan is bad. This is okay. This is black, so the shotguns are pretty good. Okay, so it looks like it's monogreen. Yeah, what's Tifa? Like, yeah. Well, it's the land. Okay, we gonna wait. Wait. Probably has the how is it called? The protection and also not how is it called? The Hydra? Yeah, probably the Hydra as well. I could use a land. Thank you. The next turn we can double spell at some point with the Momentum Breaker. And Pixie as well. Yeah, that's right. Well, we don't really care because I'm getting the whole protection. And land is good. Okay. Well, let's use it while we can. We don't know if they have some removals. No, they don't have removal like this. That's okay. Well, next turn we can Momentum Breaker again and use another tool. Actually. So what do you want to play? Hydra again. You can have some protection with making. No, it doesn't want to make another creature. No, okay. Then let me do that for you. Well, it doesn't do anything, right? This is what it's hexproof and indestructible, but you have to sacrifice it. This is gonna change something. Okay. So, yeah, then let's pump the team. Let's put some +1% colors. I no need to go for the attack with the other ones because yeah, it's in a way. Right now, I didn't find any fetch land, which is good for us. We can double spell again next turn. Well, flyers is a problem for them most of the time. While creating the pilot was good, but I don't know why he used the other one. He should have used the other one on, I think it's the speed, no? I don't know. But that smells pretty bad now. Charcoal. Okay, well, okay, but he played, no, he didn't play the land. Now it's just a damage block in my face. I have to take it, unfortunately. Damn, that was so bad. Well, let's see who he wants to kill actually, because maybe it's not because my attack is lethal. My attack is lethal, right? I put a +1% counter on each creature. Take this one back. Okay. Whew. We got it. Very harsh. Very pretty harsh. How do we beat this deck? How do we beat this deck? A lot of protection. Like Momentum Breaker and Nowhere to Run are extremely good. Tom Chaser Talent, it's slow. I fear. Well, I guess we're gonna take some Get Lost in here as well. Maybe a bit of discard in here. What is it? Maybe unlock this door. And come from a graveyard to your hand. Pixie, everything is good. Otherwise, I know doesn't do anything. Do they have enchantment? I don't think they have. They just have one enchantment that gives 2 more things. Gas Relic is also a bit slow in here. So should we keep the talent for blocking? Maybe. Maybe that's the best. Maybe another Simrep. Try to hold the little ones. Okay. Okay. This is not a very good hand, but it's a removal. We have at least. So let's play the shrine first. That's us. That's on turn 2. Interesting. What we can try to do is try to go for the rip. See if they have some protection. Bring it back. So that we didn't have a. But it's good if they already use one for this. It's not a bad thing, right? Yeah. Plus, means that actually they use one less for the other ones. And then we have a Get Lost as well. I'm just Stone Chase Talent and can bring back the Get Lost, which is good. Okay, Paw Patch Healer. That's good, but I think we can go there and we say go. Okay, man. Of all the Apache in the world, gonna put a lot of counters. This is a bad draw. Guess we gotta go there. Nowhere to run. Cannot play anything this turn. Actually, I don't really want to give him more counters. So, I think we're gonna stay put. It's bad, but it doesn't find the land, but he finds a lot of pop attributes. A full land, full deck, not finding the lands is weird. This is not the best, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, and this is where we're going to die, I guess. We have 6 million. Counters and so on. We have another defender. We're defending. Okay. Try to rip this one. And we're gonna have to play an untapped land, I guess, in here. It's gonna be hard to block. There are too many pop patch in here, I guess. But I don't have any other choice than choosing the nowhere to run and get lost. Yeah, this 2-for-1 is complicated, right? This creature is massive. So if we do it like this, I think we suffer a little bit less damage. It's gonna put the counters in here, I assume. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. It's very hard to. Oh, he puts all the counters in here. He puts one counter in here as well. There are too many paw patch. Because if I kill this one, he's going to put the counters in here now. Yes. Harsh, harsh, harsh. And I need to kill this one as well because of the trample. This one can finish me in no time. Yeah, it's going to be a 3-3, but counters. It's not going to be enough with the prowess. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Oh, they didn't put the counters down. Okay. Shouldn't have they played the counters on? Give me a pixie, please. Pixie or anything that looks like a pixie. Okay, this is good. Okay, well, we kind of survived this turn. Don't know how many we can still. Okay, here we can also buy the we can also buy back the trajectory actually. I think I'm gonna do that because like our draws are exceptional and I don't want to die from this one. Yeah, it's just a 2-2 anyway right now, so let's kill it while we can. Let's try to stop drawing lands, please. Yes! Yes! And we get 2 platinum with the return of Pixie. So here it is. Well, that's a fun deck actually. You have kind of a very different options. What makes it probably weaker than what it was before is, of course, the fact that we lost the enchantment, the nightmare, hopeless nightmare. So this pile is more complicated actually to play. Like Inquisitor, well, we haven't seen it, but Inquisitor plus Pixie is very good to punish your opponent's hand as well. And the trajectory is also very good in terms of killing. If you can warp, there is no warp in here, but if permanent left the battlefield this turn, and it's quite easily to do it with Pixie, even though actually the like the relic is also like adding a little bit in here. We can see also like the relic playing. I think that the really best add on this deck is the Cosmogrand Zenith, because like making 3 creatures while like double spelling is very easy with this deck. So double spelling is almost like the first thing that you're going to do with, for example, like Cosmogrand Zenith going onto the battlefield and then playing Storm Chaser Talons or another Pixie grabbing one of your other things. The mana can be a bit funky, as we could see as well. The main problem is always the same, is the Verge. Like being untapped is great, but the problem is, of course, the type, the land type. And on the sideboard, yeah, we have this Annal that is normally pretty good against the VV deck, and solution like Simrip as well. Even though Simrip is also like a bit awkward because like unless you also took a token with that, normally you don't really want to bounce it back in your hand, but it's a good tempo. And the Ghost Vacuum here is also pretty good. Like normalize as well against the control decks. Of course, Kaito is also normally in this deck. That we have him on the sideboard. We didn't play it because of what? Because of the Cosmogrand Zenith. That is probably a little bit stronger than Kaito most of the time, because Kaito dies pretty easily when you try to put it a little bit too early on the battlefield. Well, okay, well, that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.